sounds like a twin engine out there. Wow, wow. The Frankies here. Now, the pigeons are a little sketchy. The Frankies will stay their distance, probably. But they're all getting used to Stella. And Stella just does what Stella does. First, a couple of years back, they had to sit on the fence, wouldn't even come down for ages. While Stella was out there. But over time, they get used to things. They're like, oh, yeah, Stella's just doing what Stella does. She barks a lot, she carries on, she plays. She's like in her head. She's like a human sometimes, she acts humanish, and I'm this and I'm that, I'm Stella, I'm not a dog, you know, I can bark, I won't hurt you, and stuff like that. Oh, it looks like there's more of the game's turned up today. So, you could say it's a small amount. The two over there. I'm on the crappy camera at the moment, sorry about that. I haven't got another spare good one, you know what I mean? And I'm using the other phone. This one you've got to move around, it's a bit old tech, you gotta move it around and get the lighting out of it and it'll change on it. Not going to go the other two chairs. So we've got the locals, and then the non-locals are not sure yet. They're like, oh, we'll think about it today. Hey, Frankie. Hey, you'll do that one the further away, then you're like, oh, we'll take the next risk, get a little closer to the Stell. See, half of them left then. Half of them stayed. More local. Hey, Frankie. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. She's not going to get ya. Yeah, she's doing her own thing. Yeah. She's not going to get ya. Oh, we've got another Frankie type. How's that? I haven't had any until now. I thought, when am I going to get one from you guys? As you rock up a lot. There you go, I've gotten two now. That I have found since I've rocked up the last 3 years, 4 years. Since he started. Hey, look at that. And she barks and carries on her skin, which is fine. You can see her ribs. She's lost a little bit of weight. When it gets hot, she starts panting. She doesn't eat as much. So the last few weeks, her appetite's gone down. And because she doesn't get out as much too, you know, it's like your appetite when you got locked up at COVID. That's what she has been last few years. And so her health's gone down. One piece fell off today. You can see it there on the ground. In the middle. It is only super glued and I haven't sprayed it or coated it. So every now and then I've got to go out there and reattach it. Some more super glue. There's super glue with UV and weather. That is go funny over time. It's fall. But I will give it a coat later on. I'll make sure I clean it up again and coat it with some paint, with thick paint, and that should hold the super glue for a few years as long as the paint's good. Coat over the top. It shouldn't allow the super glue to play up so much, except the heat part when it gets hot as the sun shines on it. Some glues play up over time because of the heat as well. Anyway, we do what we can do with the products we have and the finance we have to get certain products. For yourself, of course, when it comes to necessary areas, you're meant to do the right area. We not tell them why things don't last and stuff like that. Which is what's in the product. Not an ass. Frankie's become like invisible now. I was watching the X-Files last night, a few episodes, and a guy gets some wishes, right? He wants to become visible. Then he goes out there, pair by some chicks, naked, and gets hit by a car. And then his brother brings him back to life. Then he wants to die and he ends up killing them all. Oh, the things humans do, eh? Definitely the X-Files movie. Anyway, I chucked it up on the playlist. See that? The pigeon just chucked a piece of bread down. Hey, Frankie. It's going to get you, Frankie. I'm just leaning out a little bit. It must have fallen off before. I haven't even seen Frankie, so it must have been when he was leaning his head down. One fallen fell out. Yeah, gotta go plant. I'm getting the dry mouth, sorry. Plant these pumpkin plants, bit of a mouthful, and go put them in. They're getting a bit yellowy. Got to all the months too, so I quickly go plant them before they get any worse. Now I'm pretty sure these ones definitely, I think, but more harder to grow. I think it is too when it comes to these pumpkins. Got to be more gentle, some more hardy than others. But I haven't grown. I've only ever grown Jarrahdale and Jap. Never grown any. What are they called? Pumpkin. Peanut pumpkin. Peanut. Butternut. Butternut pumpkin. That's it. That's what it's called, isn't it, Emma? Butternut. Pretty sure. Butternut pumpkin. I always call it peanut pumpkin. Yeah. Butternut. As I grew up, that's what I did a lot. Still in my head. Even though I know it's butternut, and I had to work with it one time and learn it. And I learned it butternut. Over time, if you don't talk about it, you get automatic what you did mostly still, and you got to fight that if you don't use it for a while. That word, that thought, which is what I come up with. Why I do things. I explain to people. You do that because this and this and this. Because I always think myself. I always think, and I always come up with answers. And overthinking in the end, over time, allows you to talk easier about what goes on. Because I always think about everything. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? To help get answers. It's a stupid problem I had. People tell me all the time, definitely Emma, about overthinking. And brains like that. High revs. Say cool. I wind them down a bit. And that's what I do. Wind it down. Less overthinking. Less thinking altogether. But you don't. Some people need winding down. Some people need winding up. Right? There's sweet points of everything. If you're too wind up, you go, and you're going too fast and things falling over and you're breaking it, it's too wind up, right? And then if you're too slow down, then not much gets done. Hey, so you got to find a sweet spot in between those two. You going to come in? Because look, I think they're happy that you will for a minute. And I'm about to plant some of these roses. They're looking good so far. They're hanging on. They've got little bud nose, like they're going to restart, but they're rooting, I think, at the moment, and they haven't decided to go just yet. Some have, like this one here, because it already had a little bit of a root, some of them. They take off a bit better than others. I'm going to start plotting them along in these holes, and holes around the corner. The cats. So I'll have roses now. Let them go wild a little bit like this, and then next year prune them off a bit. Yeah, or at the end of the year, should I say, the end of the season. Shape it up how you want for the next seasons. Hey guys, now they like to get up in the pool too. Oh, Stella, you can just stay there for a minute. Also to have a drink every now and then. The Frankies, they can take the pool, which I'll be filling up for them a little bit extra. And just let it sit around. Stella gets in it anyway. But they'll like the pond, and the pond goes back soon. Let's wait on some more silicone, the maxi nail. I've got to pay an extra. I told you about that in the clip. That's a joke. So I got the minimum. I was going to order a whole heap. I thought, hey, this price is going up and down lately. I'll just order the minimum because I've got a few things to do to finish hopefully this pond. I used 3 and a bit, and I got 3/4 of it done, so 2 should finish it off. So I can do the rest with the rest of the materials and go from there. Just juggle things around. And prices, hey, these days, people. Because with those tubes, and you're getting a few, every 2 tube, I'm missing out on one that I was just originally getting a couple of weeks ago. It's a big difference, hey? But yet you see prices go up sometimes, then they go down. You're like, what are they doing that for? They're making up money from us all the bloody time. Some war, some area, some delay. Oh, we pay, not them. Or they pay, we pay too. It must be, that's a bad mistake when they really screw up. It means they make no money and we make no money. And if you get a lot of them, what does that mean? Not going good out there. Hey, Frankies. Yeah. Hey, you were twin walking then, like the planes that flew out of the top of here months back. Oh, they told me that was pretty cool. I'm like, wow. I'm like, be careful, buddies. They were close, weren't they? Yeah, gave them the be careful, prayer for them. But they did all right. Hey, used to. There you went, and then they dropped the feather. Get you as much as running out. Yeah, look, we're going to get to it. Hey, you need to get down there, try. I can put a little bit more down. Wait for the main crew, hey. Yeah, the bullies. Yeah. Oh, getting used to what you do. Everything has a pattern. Yeah, and then they make another pattern, things change, as I was been talking about. Yeah, now. So they're doing their, in gangs, it's about like these, who can push the hardest and all that kind of communication, barbaric a little bit. Yeah, I'll be nice today. We had a fight last week. I remember that one. It's been a while. I might get a chance this week. No, you won't get a chance this week. Yeah, you sure about that? Hey, look, we've got half the gang rocking up again. Now we've got the full gang. So this means, I say, it could be a good day. Most days are good days, actually. But when food's low, and it has been, and it looks like the whole gang's arriving since 4 days ago or so. There's one up here. Since there was no food, terrorised the joint, got told off. See, and now they've come back like this, right? They've gone and thought about shit. How about this? It's all right. I'm going to give you some more. What do you reckon? Yeah. All right. Do that. I just got to break up some of this bread for the house sparrows and pigeons. Last little bit here, which is what I was doing. And I was going to quickly do this, but now I'm videoing, so I'm going to stop talking. Bread. I might even video for a bit later. Look out, guys. We can have another handful or so. Sparrows inside. Yeah, I know little sparrows here. They're like, hey, I'm in the tree. And I'm like, they can eat the little seeds a little bit, but that's more of a pigeon thing. The pigeons know about these pigeons do pinch, as they're just, opening mouths and hungry. They do pinch foods that they shouldn't, because it'll just bite, it goes through them, certain wrong seeds. Too big for them, and they can't break them down. I've noticed when I looked it up a while back. Don't quote me, I'm not a professional on birds. This is what you call home style learning and talking conversations. Could be right, could be wrong kind of thing. It's up to you to check information. That's what we do out in life. And if you already know it, you'll go, yep, that's right. Hang on, is that right? I'll go check it out. Yep, that's right. That's what we usually do, a lot of things. If you don't go check up, that's how you get deceived. You can listen to people, and sometimes you can be right a lot when listening to people. But if you don't quickly go check up things, definitely it's important about what people have got to say about people and certain things. And there's information to go check, and you don't check it, and you just believe it, you might look like a fool later. I know, little baby, I know. They're cute, aren't they? They're kind of, they're like, hey, hey, hey. They're going, the little fellas. What's going on? Hey, Frankies. Look, we'll bail them off in a minute, and then you'll get it. They had some bread this morning. But they're like, that's not our diet. So that's your boom. You be nice. I'll spread it out a little bit. Little chew each. A bit of bubble gum. Yes, it's not a big pile. But you saw that out between you, right? You could have shared, but they didn't, did they? They're like, this is my money. Hey, I'm allowed to have it. Look, oh, look. God gave it to me just then. What are you going to do about it? But did he? Right? Perhaps You got to warn him. Perhaps he's learning something. Perhaps God might jump back into this guy and give this guy here a lesson. Huh? So that's how things roll. But we've got to learn ourselves, because it's first what we're going to do. And then if God thinks it's wrong, the energy, the source, it will tap in if it was there. Right? But it works both ways. So it's a big, massive conversation. The best one is you go with the flow, and it is what it is when it comes to science. You are what you put out. And Newton's law, right? You put all these things together and they pretty much live your life. Work it out. Work it out. What life do you want collectively? What family do you want at home? You just work it out collectively. Hey, babies. Anyway, I'm going to quickly do this breath. Let's just sit this down here for a minute, I was hoping I was as honest as I can be on what I do and say. Everybody there? Yeah, that's the best we can do. Try our best at that, for sure. And every time we don't, we should get a ripping. That's what learning is. You have opportunities, and the more opportunities you have and you blow it, like you got the inheritance, and then you went and gambled it, well then you should feel like an idiot later on and not tease other people that never even had opportunities like that and got given a car at their birthday or things like that. If you have and you failed, that's your problem. You're failed worse than anyone that's failing out there that perhaps didn't even get opportunities. So when you get opportunities and you get plenty of chances and they talk to you and you get all this, and a lot of people do, and you still fail, you're a spoiled little brat, which is what a lot of rich people say, and you need to grow up, right? Other than that, we are what we put out there, and it's okay to be a little spoiled, but where's the balance in that, eh, people? And that's what we're all here to learn and hopefully get coached, and everyone has their own little spot coaching, and hopefully we get the people who can put it all together in the right leader areas after they've learnt this much of this area, because we can't do it all, we really can't. But we can know enough to help us get through in a lot of areas that you don't have to be professional at. A little bit like knowing how to do an oil change and change a car tyre in certain areas, you see. Otherwise, what happens if you don't even know that? You might have to rely on a lot of people, or have a lot of problems, or won't have to get out a lot of problems and become bigger, as you didn't know the 101 basics of an area that you're in a little bit too, or need to be in as you use a vehicle. Right? It'll save you money. If you've got plenty of money and all that, that's fine. But most people don't. We're talking about the most factor here. So when it comes to talking to people out there, even the mid-class to the poor, that's what they mostly all go through. Even the mid-class, they can't have everything. And it's only the rich that walk around and talk about and whinge about and create problems that are just not unnecessary, as they can't connect and they're greedy and want too much in a lot of their areas. True? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments on that. That's the true screw-ups. As they've got no real reason why. They just did. They got depressed. They just, that's what happens when you spoil. That's a whole other big conversation about what happens when you spoil. And then the next one spoils, and that you can get a lot worse. Right? You get real bad. The government spoils in certain sectors, allows in certain sectors, because of money. I'll allow them to do that because they're super rich and they can help us out. But when you allow them to do, are they really capable of? Right? And if they're not, who makes sure that they are? Certain sectors. Like when it comes to the power and why we're having all these problems, and because it wasn't governed. The government hands over necessary things that are important for everybody, and it needs to be, and it can harm everybody and all that when it comes to computer area and all that, and they hand that over. If they don't govern it, they still get blamed because they shouldn't have let it happen anyway. It's like Step Brothers, when he goes, go build in your room, and they break the bed and he comes out and has to go to his dad. That's the same thing, that's the people, right? That's the companies. So who's in the fault once again? It's the leaders of those countries, the government. We're at a spot where the government really needs to get their shit together, because we've got more problems than ever to sort out. So we need smarter people, not more people to talk crap, to have less time off and believe that they need less time off. They need to do overtime. How many people are you hearing doing overtime? And not just here and there, and some are. We need the whole lot. The ones here and there, they might help their own bubble a little bit. But when it comes to all of this, I think we're all pretty behind, don't you think? Let me know in comments. And the UN and the connection and world rules. How we really enforce it. Have we had a drill? They're all doing drills right now, right? Practices. Have we ever done a practice to a country or to show a country what would happen if they don't do these rules? Who will get together? How big it'll be? Perhaps we need to. And that's how the UN and the world united bullshit might have to show their power again. Like all the little countries are right now to everybody. What do you reckon? Let me know in comments. Anyway, this is a waste of breath. I'm just a little dude, right? And hopefully, the best I get as is hopefully someone sees it to make money. And because it makes money, my information might spread. That's all I've got to wish for in such a world. Pretty sad, eh? Because they take everything. They believe they can do it better. And yet they can't. That was their problem why we're in a lot of incidents. Why steal something that's doing good already? No? Profit and money. Ego as well. I can kind of thing. Doesn't mean it's right. And I'll debate all day long about how it isn't. When we get that right, that's a little start about freedom and true freedom and righteousness. And showing people that instead of just the daily, oh, what are we going to watch today? What movie? What scene? What little incident? You should already know what you need to do every day. When incidents come, you put a little 10-minute on it and you get back to your own problems if you're in a country of problems. How do you delay that? By talking about all the other problems, as people would say, get back to your own house before you worry about others too much. Alright, I see little babies running around out there. Why do birds fly out of an aviary? Am I still recording down here? I'm not sure. 12 lunch. Still got you. Why do birds fly out of aviaries, people? Is it because they're overcrowded? More numbers create more escape? Or is it the numbers and they just want to get out? They see all out there, right? So they want to go. They don't feel happy enough over time. There could be a lot of reasons. But usually something wants to escape. Hey, check him out. Frankie just walked up to the door. Hey, buddy! What are you grabbing there? That's just scraps. You want some bread? Yeah, maybe a slice of bread. Here you go. That's bread. I'll take that there. Here you go. Yeah, go keep these sideways. You're going to come in one day, aren't you? I swear you nearly will one day. Now he's right above me head. Let's see what happens. Oh, there he goes. Oh, no, that's not him. They've come over and gulped their heads in pretty close. Yeah, have some bread. He's coming down and you get this there. Hey, you're a local buddy? Yeah. You and me learning with each other instead of fighting? Hey, buddy? Ah, he goes, yeah, I know little tricks. You get up closer. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Like, hey. Hey. Oh, give him a little bit more bread. They did have a slice. I'll see you soon. Someone help me out at the moment. There's a few different reasons that I can't travel too easy at the moment, so someone's helping me out in that area. Even though people go through issues themselves, and that's a good thing. That's when you know someone's helping you out more too. When it's hard for them. Things are, when they're crook or financially struggling and other things like that, and they help you out, people help you out, or they're at a place where they're making money but they're going to stop to help you out. So that's another way of losing money. That's when you know you've got a friend, you've got someone that's around. Now you lose friends by asking too much from people, more than you put out. Over time you can ask something for a year or two. Make sure when you heal, first thing you do is like paying a debt if you can. When it comes to connection and friendship, it's more than money. You make sure you reconnect that friendship. Pay that debt. Otherwise, you may have problems, just like with money. It's the same thing when it comes to money. But when it comes to connection, it's more because you can't pay back if you can't connect or not around. It just makes it worse. And money makes a lot of problems when it comes to connection and family and everything. Some people break up and have big problems and don't talk to each other over $100 and stuff. You go, well, what's that? And sometimes it could be over 100 here, 100 there, so it's like over 10 grand, maybe over to the family. Some people borrow money like that. But in some cases, because people are poor and that, it could be just $100 and they won't talk to each other for years. That's shocking. Just because I got to hold my point. Oh, that $100. Yeah, but look what you're doing for that $100 to hold that point. Now, I understand doing it for a little while, get your point out and all that kind of stuff, but to hold it, the other things usually you just go, look, I've gotten over that, you've gotten the point out, you know where I am, now let's move on, don't you try that again. When it happens, if you do, you're going to see what happens, right? And things usually get worse in that area if you keep hurting people, right? Leave that there, finish this bread off quickly. As I'm starting to blab too much, I've always been a blabber, it helps you connect being a blabber too. I'm a person that always thought about, everyone's shy, everyone needs to know how to talk, and every group's different, which it is when you change schools and stuff. But when you look around, you find out what's the best way to connect, what we can talk about, what's similar. You go from there. You don't fake it either, because that's not really connection. Occasionally you need to just connect for now and move on, something the same. But for real connection, it's best to not fake too much stuff about why you're there for and what's going on. Because I can see the little babies going, no! You don't want all these bad thoughts out there. So that's having a hump. See, I feel them. I go, oh. We can only do what we can only do, and when I can't do nothing, I don't want to look. It's a little bit like jump out and better off, right? But if you can, then do something. And every now and then, it's really good to check out things, go back. Otherwise, if you never test to go back, you never know. Sure, yeah. You get a point, the birds do it too, just like humans. They might go out there, oh, it's not coming, right? Oh, just between us. Oh, they're trying to make sense. Look at them out there, hopping around. Just about the time we should have put it out by now. What's going on? Are we going to miss out? And they might make a decision. Just like humans, some of them will rush off. They go, I've got to go look in the hunt. I'm going to go get some food. It's not coming. Oh. And so they'll freak out. You go, what are we going to do? We're going to wait? We're going to take it? And sometimes they do. Some of them do, some of them don't. So what I do sometimes, like I'm talking about now, because I'm watching them out there, is I'll quickly just dump what I've done and relieve that tension and give them more hope. Right? What's this? Oh, give you a little bit. Give me a little bit. Yeah, sparrows know what's happened and watch them come quick. When it's usually the other food, they won't even bother. Sparrows will quickly come because they're all going to come. And he comes straight. And the other birds usually know, like the little thing, that they can also be greedy. They go, look, it's not my thing, but I'm going to take it anyway. It's like what happens when they overfish in the ocean, right? For money. They will just take it anyway. Right? It's here. And it's not proper fishing. Right, he's going to take some bread. He's going to have a bit of fork. The other ones are coming back in. Come on, guys, if you're brave, you'll get some. So what I'll do now is, if I had enough, I would have put it in 2 piles then, and try to split them off. So they have another area. If you do some now, I'll put something in the chairs there. But you could have the same thing again there. The other guys think there's more resources. They all start thinking, is there more resources? Oh, I don't know. Brought some more out. Is that the time I now come down? Not because I brought it out, because it's getting on that same area. Huh? What can I do here? We all think the same. Depends on how we got educated and what our brains can hold. We think slightly different for what we're capable of, how we move, what parts we have. Yeah. So we're all different. But the connection thing's there, the love thing, you're nice, right? It's all the same. But get to know that. That's what I was just talking about earlier. So when you're up the street, or when you're walking around the bush and you're being a nice person, you don't have animals running away from you. They'll like you. So if your collective's mostly bad, that's why animals are scared. And then you're not, you're neutral, so you just walk around and go, why aren't they coming? Because they treat you, you're not pushing hard enough to get that connection back. You're ignoring them, you're allowing your bad in your group to hurt them, right? And so they'll look at you as you're bad too. You're as bad as them. And if you're not hurting me, but you're the same. You're not helping me, right? And then you have the ones that help. Oh, no stuff out there. Then you have the other people just go along with it because they think it's cool, you know. Oh, my guy just says you're a vermin, so I'm going to call him a vermin. Yeah, they're vermin. They get our crop money thing. We haven't even, they can't laugh that they haven't even tried all these things. They'll say someone else did or something like that. It doesn't mean someone else did and failed. It doesn't mean it's still true. No? So they'll go, yeah. But that's mostly animal. That's self-thinking and trying to be happy. Talk. It depends on the education and how you do it. Alright, that'll do for today. How bubbas? Can't give out too much. You like to get a point going in a certain area. Hey? That way it's not exactly how I keep going with things, but it'll get a conversation going definitely if they're looking. That's what I say, and you can't do nothing about it. But as long as you get out good and you hope for something, at least that's one thing, eh? It's like the old saying, who come up with that word first? Who made that first? In certain areas? That's because there was some greedy idiot that come in, and some areas might think that someone did something first, but they didn't. Because someone else come in and got it first. So I heard that idea. Oh, my dude's on TV. I'm just going to go tell them now, and then everyone on TV goes, oh yeah, that was cool. It's this now. It's this now. And then that becomes written down that that's where it comes from. But that doesn't mean it's true. Yeah? Some facts can be pretty close, but you need to do more research to really get the truth. Like ask that person, how did you get that? How did you come up with information? Like ask them to write down the question of the map, right? Instead of just the answer. Right? If they can't come up with something that can at least trick you again, because that can still be a possibility there, you might find that they got it from somewhere. Where'd you go? You got to learn this yesterday, the other day. What did you see that day? Oh, you see this? Oh, you heard this person? Oh, that guy was there. He does it too. Oh, there you go. Right? But without that research, what do you get? You get the written down false information. Close, but not it. And taken and twisted. The benefit. You know all this kind of stuff and just chuck them all into one little area. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to chuck in things in little areas and makes people thinking, I just didn't say it that way, you know that saying? That's why we have different teachers too. Another recommendation, we need different teachers to teach differently in the same fields. So they're not all the same. Boring science teachers teaching all the same thing. They need to be different. And then you have 4 science teachers who are teaching you science and different ways of science and how they teach it. And if you can't learn it, then you've got to go to another teacher. Maybe number 2 teacher you get more. Teaching you the same thing, but just in a different way. Right? Like they do with religion, you get it? You have religion interpreted in different ways. And the better ones to interpret it better, do better, I guess. You know what I mean? Same as learning. Not what I like to hear from. So that means just get your shit together in those certain sectors and make sure it's there and not lose about money. You can't afford those sectors and you're struggling to do it in schools. And, well, that's all sad thing. So what? What is it? Is it these bonuses that are making us struggle in these areas that we should be just thriving? No? Is it all the screw-ups of $500 million here, $1 billion there on Quest that just get nowhere? And then you add all these Quest up and actually that could just finance all the problems that we have? Have a look at that one. I talked about that one a lot. That's a high probability, that one. Like how countries put 1% of their GDP, right, into war and all this. Well, they need to put at least, I say, 10%, right, that's at least pretty small, into GDP, of cost of their money, their profits, into sustaining food and housing and making sure their rules are right, and their laws and stuff, the basics. How's that? Is that worth 10%? Is it worth 20? Is it worth 30? When's it worth that much amount? When things are going good, you can put that amount down. When things are going bad, you put that amount up, wouldn't you? Hey Frankie, you want another piece? Here you go. Alright, another Frankie, you going up here. There you go, jump down and get it before the pigeons do. You're bigger and fatter, Frankie. You hungry? You want to take one out of my hand? Can I give you one in my hand? In a baby? Yeah, Frankie. I'm going to hand feed you. What's this? You won't see it. Here you go, but you'll see him take off with it. Here you go. Now quickly come on. See, you took the bread out of my hand. Now that's something you can believe or not, but there was no bread there. You come walking over. So, go in my piece. I've tried to go. Now we've got another one that just put over the top. And now because they watch and see, makes the other one brave. It's like meeting an alien, isn't it? And there's a human tower and there's a good conversation. They're like, can I do the same? No? So he's going to take that bit. Depends on how ballsy they are. No, I'm nearly finished, guys. That's the last bit of free. The thing about animals, most of them out there, the 90% list, is they only take what they need. They're not too greedy. They'll fill up, but they won't take more. Right? You know, when they're happy or satisfied, they'll leave food. They don't pick it up to go sell it to some other dude. Right? That's we need some of these traits back, don't you think? Want another piece? Can I video giving you a piece? If you're going to hang around, I'm giving you one. There you go, you want another piece? You want to pick up the phone? Let's see the video. Another piece? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. He's like, thank you. Try not to touch these buttons here on the side too. It's like when you get a bird place and you get bird nests. It doesn't take long. Does it, Frank? You see, I decided to have wild bird friends instead of getting one. They're too expensive. Don't like to lock them up. So I thought, what's the best way to do that? Feed the birds. Get wild bird bugs. Connect with them. It's part of what I do. All that up is actually quite easy. How that is when you're on a certain path. And then you have the enjoyment moments, just like having children and stuff. And then moments where, you know, chaos. But it's mostly enjoyment, isn't it? Now I've given him 2 dips, Frankie. The door there though. Ah, I think that's enough for you, because there's only so much here. Yeah. You gotta do the Frankie squeal. Frankie. Fine. Num nums. Say a lot of certain key words, they'll learn any sound, a whistle, click. He does 2 clicks to give you food, right? They'll learn what you are. Try not to be too different in the same species and certain things. They'll learn what you do and what noises you make on the actions you do. All animals go through that. Even Even ants and primitive creatures will respond to certain actions. Hey Frankie, you give me the sideway look. Check it out here. The dog thinks he's picking up some sort of energy. She may have, and then the dog's picking up energy. Stuff like that, like the chain thing. Smell that. Yeah, she would just come out of an area and assume something. Definitely it was like pretty tight. And you want another bit. Third bit more. Oh. No, don't like it around. You don't want third bit. You just want the gawk, I think, that time. No, I want the gawk in. See, that's the difference between being hungry and not food, you see. You're spraying around and I was giving up pieces. Like, I don't want the food. I'm not going to. That's what I thought the food. Alright. Yeah, he's going to do the funky squirrel. Just like a lot of animals and stuff, like when he's got all his planes, he barks. Birds can communicate too, but they'll also. Well, Frankie squirrel. Be happy at the end of the day, he's turning like a rooster. Hey Frankie! Yeah, he comes out. Not every day, but he does it. Territory thing. Happy and happy. Let's get some more of this out. A little bit more seasoning. That's it. Did a little extra at the moment because I had a friend of mine, so at the start I just got a little half more than usual. And then should be terrible yesterday a little bit, and then they go back to normal, die down a bit. It's coming out every day again. Certainly. What are they doing at the moment? They fix them up because if they come back with hardly anything, they panic and a lot of them go and chase you. Whole thing I'll talk about. Can't give out too much since we have too many people that like to talk about things that we say without them being through the things, you know what I mean? Alright, I'll just give this last little bit. I'll leave it there. Stella Great. Now, you've been good up there, not pulling in any cords. Ah, I hope so. One of these, the seats. Yep, I should have some in the container there. And this will finish off the last guys here. Now get out the bread. Do that for the little sparrows. One more piece then breaking up now. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're loose, aren't they? But you still give it. Oh, you still give them a go. Oh, you couple up there too. I think they'll check you sometimes, don't you? Babies do it inside too. They like when you're not looking. Sometimes they like to do really low swoops at you. You know, I can hear you. You got Frankie hiding in them. Hey, you're Frankie hiding. Oh, the bamboo? Hey? You guys aren't quite satisfied, so you need to get a little more. We've got a chuck a hand full of the sunflower. Yeah, it's a bit like I said, we've had more in today. Now, if you had someone who could play with the energies, and take over animals and stuff, with the energy, as we talk about energies, what they would do is they'd send them to do things that aren't natural. And when you see unnatural things, that's when we get these stories of certain things, eh? I'm just going to throw some down. Yeah, you can take a little piece of bread. I'm going to put them up here. Just a little pile there for you. Alright. Now in the next few days, I just watered it after I removed it and they're all gone, ah! So they look a little, but they'll recover. Some of them are already. I'm going to pluck some of them out and place these ones on here. So there we go. Some extra sunflowers. I'm wanting them again sort of grow full size, so I don't want to get them too close. Like I can make it just have them everywhere if they're going to keep attacking. I'm trying to work out if I can spread them out and see how it rolls. These ones are like medium, they're flowering a bit early, so I'm going to keep planting some more. And in there where I threw heaps, they'll keep sprouting, so I can put my hand in there and put them down here every now and then. They'll keep sprouting, that's what they do until the end. I chucked in heaps of them in there. And for the brave ones, look for that. That's it. Today, and I'm going to leave it there. Have a good one, everybody. And Frankie's going to leave there, huh? And have a good one. See you later. When I come back, hopefully I'll have some roses in. I was going to do it late last night. I got it all weeded out. Got it all ready. It got a bit dark and removed the covers. So soon I'm about to go out, put in these pumpkins, clean up these leaves now, they're falling off and eating up a bit, and pull out the ones that I know that are alright, and plant some roses. There's one big one there, there's that one. There's another one over there. So go plant some. What I mean, so as soon as you get them in the ground, they can really root off and take off then. And as long as they're big enough that they won't play around with. And I've noticed with the roses, Frankies, unless they want to land or something and gets in their way, have you seen they've broken two off there? They've split into two now, so going back. They don't touch the roses. It's more the veggie plants, food plants, succulents, and that. And I know now, which I'm doing now, making backups. I'll do them in pots around the cat area. Not at the back, because they tend to come over like they've been doing here. I was going to do it here, but from that spot, they didn't want to go in there deep. They'd rather just take it from here. I'm like, oh. So I'm going to have them in the pots in the cat area where they don't go. And I didn't really want too much over there where they eat, but Frankies are pretty smart. So it's the little birds and pigeons a little bit, you know, that go in areas they shouldn't. With a big animal, it's more bigger to them too. And Frankie's got more of a chance to fight them off. So I haven't had a problem with any Frankies or glass in that area. And so I'm going to keep some succulents around there, let them grow. They grow nicely in there too. It's perfect sun, half sun and that. So they grow better there too. And so I can bring them out and revive them every now and then. Yeah, getting around it. So we can still have a good. I'm just got to plant a plant every now and then, see how they take that one out. If I had some more pots around there, which I eventually will soon, all the time, I have a few of them going, 10 of them sitting there, all bunching up and growing good in their pot. I can easily just come out here every couple of seasons where they might take 4 or 5 of them out over time, which I've noticed. Or I can just shoot you. That's not funny. No. So what? Or either be a noisy bandit so you don't come. High-pitched bird sound like they use for mice. You can do that. That'd be irritating, eh? Hey, they use it out in space. Certain areas, humans go out in space and they hear this noise and it hurts them. It's like, oh, we can't go over there. And it's like, you know why? Because they don't want you over there. They've got human repellents. Have you noticed the one with the divers? I've heard now. Because everything gets used to everything. And the more you use it, the more in the collective, in anything, notices, learns, gets used to, gets over. Right? The more you use it. And when it comes to the shark repellent, they got a noise in the water. It used to work really good in the 90s, I think, when it first came out, or early 2000s. And used to work, but now people have been attacked with using that before. I heard a few years back. Like, look, it's wearing out. Everything does that. Just like he's biting his chair over there if it's weak. So I want to keep that. It's good for their beak. So I'm going to leave that go because I was just going to throw them out. I noticed he did that and I went, well, I know why you're doing it. It's good for your beak. And if it's weak, you show them what's weak. But we need to upgrade, people out there. Oh, you tickle, eh? in my nose. And a bird call. Now, what would you call that? Some people go, something fishy going on here. And I go, you know, if there's something that you don't, that they know out there, it could be. What is it? Is it energy? Is it just them? Is it time? Oh, here we go. We've got the buddies. Is it them that need to go and let buddies have something? They're going to put another handful. I was hoping they wouldn't come back. Wouldn't come back again. Usually it's just the 2 or 4 when it comes to the glass. Anyway, piss off. He's calling, yes? Half have left. You might have a couple that stay. Some of them might have the power line right there. What's going on? I'm going to end it here and I'm done. Have a good one and see you later. Don't upload them today.